everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of In Case You Want to Take Notes. It's a podcast for performers, by performers, where we want to open the book on show business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Teach all the little ins and outs of the things that you should know, or maybe struggle to find the information for.
Yeah. I'm Kristen. This is Britt.
It's KB.
I know, I just saw the glint in her eye being like, I'm sorry, did you just use your full name?
Did you just use your legal name? I'm not sure about this.
Yes, on my birth certificate and all of my CVs and literally everything that I apply for, it has Kristen. But in the general scope of the theatre world, I am KB.
KB.
So whatever you choose to call me, I don't know, you're in your own homes. So go for it.
I mean, the woman by many names. She wears many hats. She has many names.
This is kind of like years in the making at this point.
Like, truly. I think we're clocking on at least a year and a half.
Yeah, we met at a friend's birthday.
Yes.
Almost 3 years ago.
Nearly 3 years ago.
Nearly 3 years ago. And just a couple of weeks later, Britt sends me a message saying, can I call you? Which, as an anxious neurodivergent person, that threw me into a full spiral.
And here's me being like, I'm so cool and calm and collected, it's fine. I'll just ask her really casually if I can just give her a call, because we weren't at the call stage of friendship yet. It was the occasional message or reaction to something that we've posted.
Yeah, we hadn't been friends for long. No. We were still probably kind of in the acquaintance stage at that point.
Truly, yes.
So I got nervous that I'd said something dumb at this birthday party.
Which, by the way, it was a friend's birthday party, but they had cakes for us too.
Yeah.
And it kind of became our little joint birthday party.
Yeah.
So that kind of instantly bonded us as two of the November trio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Scorpios gotta stick together. But I answered the call. I said, yeah, sure. I'm in the car. Just call me when you can.
To be fair, that third friend is the one that said, talk to KB. Mm-hmm. I've heard your idea, talk to KB. I think she's similarly minded. So I was like, okay, it's like a blind date at this stage. I'm just like, oh my God, I want her to like me so bad.
How do you make friends in your 30s?
And you answer the phone and I pretty much go, and then that's kind of the idea, right? And then you're like, cool. And you're so calm and collected and you're like, I love this. I love this for us. Yes. Okay. I've got some ideas. Rah, rah. And I was like, oh my God, thank God. I just sat there breathing for a minute.
So the original idea was not this podcast.
No.
It wasn't the 3-camera setup we currently have here today.
We're trialing it. I feel like one of those lost people on interview shows where I'm like,
which one? Camera one, camera two, camera three.
I'm going to be looking all over the shop. It's fine. Sometimes I'm just number 3. It's fine.
You pitched a workshop series because during the time we saw that there were a lot of particularly Brisbane community theatre performers who were coming into the industry as emerging artists, were kind of being taken for a ride a lot of the time, or very easy to be scammed into things that for us we just thought was common knowledge among performers.
Yes, we are of a certain vintage.
Yes.
And we were just taught, I think the industry that we grew up with is very different to the industry that's happening today.
Yeah.
And there are some big similarities and there are some big differences. And I think one of the differences that I found coming into the industry up here was just some big gaps of information.
Yeah.
And so I was like, how to easily get that information out? Workshops.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't particularly like the idea of standing in front of big crowds and talking, but it's a way to get the information out there.
Yeah.
Then when Ken mentioned your name, it immediately switched in my brain. I was like, oh my God, she does podcasts.
A lot of podcasts.
This is a great way to have it in people's homes where there's no embarrassment about seeking knowledge face to face, and you can just listen to it in the car or your own time. You can take notes while you listen. You can message a friend and be like, oh, just listen to from this time to this time and tell me what you think or whatever. Mm-hmm. It was just a way to make it way more accessible.
Absolutely. And I love it because there is a gap in knowledge.
Yeah.
And there's a gap, particularly in the Brisbane theatre scene, where we used to have an abundance of community theatres, independent theatres, and professional theatres would tour to Queensland every now and then.
Yep.
So as the independents dwindled and even the community theatres dwindled off, and while yes, right now they're rebuilding and we're getting a more vibrant theatre scene,
Lovely.
it's amazing. What we have found is, how does someone who maybe hasn't gone through tertiary education, whose experience is dance schools, acting classes, community theatre, go from being that style of performer to being in the more professional side of the industry?
Yep.
And that jump has become quite big.
Yep.
And so the gap in knowledge has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. And we just thought, well, let's talk about it. And let's find people who are willing to also talk about it and share their experience.
We don't have all of this information.
No, we do not.
We have lots of questions.
Yeah.
And lots of contacts.
Yeah.
And so I figured, really, I am, and we'll touch on it in a minute, I'm somebody coming back into this industry, whereas KB, pretty active in this industry.
Yeah.
In many different ways.
Yeah.
So all the questions that I would ask her, I was like, man, think about all the questions that we could ask all these other people as well.
Yeah.
And we've compiled a list of like people that we know personally, and that's before even reaching out further, of just people that could speak knowledge and give ideas and give tips and tricks and rules and...
Yeah. And not just about performing, about what can you claim on tax?
Yes.
And do I really need a specific style of headshot? Or
how do I read a contract?
how do I read a contract? What is the LPA?
Yeah.
And is this an award that actually benefits me? How do I join the MEAA? There are so many things, but also I think what we talk about a lot is this idea of the pivot.
Yes.
And maybe finding other things outside of performing that are still fulfilling, that are still within the industry, that kind of maybe get you to contract too as well. That has become this really interesting, I don't know, some people are like, oh my goodness, yes, something different. And other people are like, no, I just perform.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's fine.
And both are fine.
And both are fine. So we thought...
But we do want to explore the idea of having a pivot that actually fulfills you creatively.
Yeah.
You can still be in this industry. Like, I love everything about this industry. I do not step on that stage anymore unless it's to take a photo. It's just not where I'm at. No.
But also I think having the respect for the people around you as a performer who... you don't know if the fly operator or the lighting designer or your director has come from the place that you have come from, and there is like a shared knowledge, a shared experience, and there should be a shared respect there for the jobs that everyone else does as well.
Plus just knowing what they do and what their process is and what your space in that process is can help you be a professional, but can also help them do their jobs a heck of a lot better if they don't have to like reteach or ask or feel like they're bothering you.
Yeah, absolutely. So this podcast is going to be filled with a lot.
A lot. We've had a real hard time like niching it down.
Yeah.
We're a teaching podcast, we're a theatre, we're a creative, we're a performing arts podcast. But really we're just like, we just want to chat to people with really interesting stories and be able to help people. So
yeah, and also if there's someone at home that's like, oh, I don't even know, like I performed at high school and now I would like to get back into it, but it's like it seems a lot, then maybe we can also help ease their journey back into community theatre, whatever.
Yes.
Performing in general. Karaoke nights. Yes. I don't know. Let's find it. We asked the question why a lot, and that was our why.
That was our why, yeah. But why us?
But why us? That's a great question, Britt. Why us, since this was your idea in the first place?
Woof. I mean, look, I guess because we have the heart for it. Even with the little knowledge that I had about you before we had connected about this, I had known that we align a lot in views on the industry, in things that we would love to be able to do to like help soften it for some people or support some people. And so when your name was mentioned, I went, oh my God, she's perfect. Because you have, yes, you are, because you have the same heart for it. And I think for me, that's like we don't need to be the biggest, greatest podcast in the world. I just want to be able to be a resource for people to come and either feel good about themselves, feel like they've learned something, whatever. So that was number one.
Yeah.
Number two is that you are active in many, many roles at the moment.
Too active, some might say.
And so I come with lots of questions. I am wildly out of date, out of the loop. I don't know how to express
To be fair, you also have come into the Brisbane scene fairly recently.
Yes.
And I can't get enough of it for some reason. So I just hang around.
I mean, fair. Yeah, all my performing was done out of state.
Yeah.
And in a different era.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like I bring a lot of questions and a lot of old school thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. I also have a lot, like, no matter how, we're going to use the word active, how active I am, there is always something I am learning, whether that's a new role, whether that's working with new people.
We are very curious people.
Oh, yeah.
And we do love a chat.
We do. And so we're here.
So we're here having a chat for all of you to listen. But yeah, I guess that's a why us. Do you want to tell them a bit about your history? About the growing up.
In November 1989.
No, but seriously, somebody started the story of their life like that for me, and they were like, I was born in the year 2000, and I just went, oh, you're so young. Oh, you're so young. And now every time I see this lovely human, I go, I was born in the year 2000. And I was just like, what an opening line though. Okay, so you were born
But like legitimately.
Yes.
I was a really shy kid. I wouldn't talk. And now we probably know that that's the neurodivergency side of things. But super shy. Just whenever we were out in public, no. And it was starting to get closer and closer to me starting school. And my parents were a little afraid that I wasn't going to make friends or be able to ask to go to the bathroom or, general life things.
Yes.
So they put me into musical theatre classes at the Fame Talent Agency when I was about 5 years old. And while I remained a relatively shy kid, obviously the personality comes out with the people I'm more comfortable with. I did find that the theatre has always been a place where I found my voice and the place that I've always felt the most comfortable. That kind of, I was talking to a friend about it just before actually, that like third space, right? You have your home where you feel safe, you have other places that you feel safe, but you need that like third space. And theatre really became that for me. And it's where I felt most myself with no judgment.
We'll get to that. That's like episode 3, right?
Yeah, the mental health episode. And I think it really just comes back to that fact that that is the place I literally found my voice. And so I have tried very hard over the years to step away. It does take a lot out of you, and over the last few years with different chronic illness and all that kind of stuff, I'm like, that maybe this is the time where I just need to
her stepping away and having time for chronic illnesses is maybe doing 2 shows at once instead of 4.
Yeah. But also I guess after like big pandemic-y things where the industry was literally shut down, and trying to find your creative self in avenues that were not being on stage or being in front of a camera, I think really helped me to explore what success looks like in this industry, what I want out of this industry, which is like to go through it with my integrity intact. And also I have stepped into so many roles because I would like to one day run my own theatre company.
Yes.
And I would like to be able
that. Thank you. Putting that there if anyone wants to fund a theatre company, KB.
But I also would like to be able to talk to everyone in their roles with knowledge and respect and understanding of what it is that they do, terminology that needs to be used, all of those things. So I find that I have while maybe worked myself to the bone to achieve as much as possible in what I keep being told is not enough time to have done everything I've done.
None of what you're saying is surprising at all. And all of what you're saying is things I'm like, I'm just checking in on you and making sure you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go on tour as stage manager. Do you think that's a good idea?
No. And let's just add a podcast on top. It's fine.
But I think that's the thing, is that like these are the things that do fill my cup, if we're going to use an analogy. Yeah. It's that I love entertainment. I love being able to make people laugh, and I love being able to leave a show and have people discuss it. It's been nice to be able to have those discussions of like, oh, this is what I look for in a show, and use that like critical thinking without tearing something apart.
And I will say those discussions so we do a lot of media opening nights, and the discussions that we have on those nights are often much more respectful and more about exploring everybody's thoughts.
Yeah.
And it's never a tear down.
No.
Ever.
And because we're all different styles of creatives, right? Yeah. So being able to maybe open this up to a wider audience, a wider group, having interactions with listeners or other theatre people is really exciting for me to do this. But it's also like an excuse for us to just hang out.
We have a lot of fun.
Which is really nice. But I know that I'm not the only one who has like stepped into other shoes, put fingers into other pies.
All the pies, all the hats.
All the hats. You are also a hat stand, if as much as I might be.
My dad always talks about this Bugs Bunny cartoon where he has like, they throw hats at him, and every different hat he puts on, his like who he is changes.
Yeah.
You know, he's this person, he's that person, and at the end of the cartoon, he's got all the hats stacked up. And I always think about that when I talk about like what you and I do. Yes, I wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
I grew up in the dance world, ballet specifically. Mm-hmm. I was a very average dancer, but I had a teacher who was truly great. And great in a sense of she wasn't gentle, but she's one of the founding members of the Australian Ballet Corps, the Corps de Ballet. And so this woman knows all the things, the ins and outs, the everything of the industry. And so she really, as a part of her teaching, was teaching us everything. We had dietitians come in, we had physical therapists come in, like we ran the gamut. She did like days where we would come in and just learn or whatever, and she would teach us while we were doing it. So I grew up in a way that was very much, you need to know everything to do this one thing. And then we went to a jazz school, which was the same. Mm-hmm. They took us to auditions, they took us to workshops, they took us to shopping centres to perform. And so I went from like these two really nurturing, very good dance schools, full of knowledge, out into the industry, feeling like I was safe. Like I had that backing against me. I knew what I was doing. Yep. I walked into that audition room and I was like, I know I'm dressed right. I know I've chosen the right song. I know that I'm acting in a professional manner. Mm-hmm. If I don't get this, it's because I'm not right for the job.
Yeah.
I haven't walked in and flubbed it because I was missing a certain bit of information that I could have just had.
Yeah.
Then I did random performing things because you hustle to keep money in the bank. I did some extras work. My dad is a sound technician, so growing up I did a lot of sound work with him. You know, tiny little me lugging around big speakers and whatever. And as a part of that, I got access to some cool people that know lots of things and lots of people, and so I learned a lot through them as well. Then I got married, I had a baby.
Yay.
I moved to Queensland.
You did.
And then I got unmarried.
You did.
And a part of lockdown for me was sitting with my 2-year-old at the time and just going, I have to rebuild from scratch. Yeah. All of my people are in Sydney. All of my opportunities are in Sydney. I have to live in Queensland. So I just went, I can't do weddings. It's too much of a time away from my daughter now for photography. And families still hurt my heart. So I was like, what can I do that is scratching my little creative photography itch? And my sister was doing shows with Brisbane Arts Theatre.
Yeah.
And so I asked if I could be connected to see if I could do some backstage photos for them, because I knew they had a photographer for front of house, but maybe they would give me access to backstage. And I loved it. And I used those photos to then pitch for a musical of The Wizard of Oz. And from there, because I had chosen a company that seems to be linked to everybody, it's just kind of moved. It's just kind of kept going.
Yeah. The company and your talent. Like, you are a very good photographer. Let's not disregard the fact that you are able to take some stunning photos, and particularly in the backstage space.
And it's given me a chance to go back into those spaces that I love and be around all my creative peoples, but not in a way that I'm not comfy with anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I don't sing anymore, I don't dance anymore. My body won't allow me to dance. I can barely get through a day without falling over. Like,
We love.
So it's given it, I was one of those people that I've found fulfillment in the pivot.
Yeah.
And like just over the last, year, I've been stepping into media calls and being able to like do some really cool stuff in that space.
Brit's crushing it, just so everyone knows.
That's me now.
And your media calls are just, it's getting more and more. It's not just photography now, it's also video. You're just interviewing.
The greatest
some cool
videographer.
people.
We're trying.
We're learning. We've all got skills building opportunities to take on board.
And I've been doing short interviews, short form social media interviews, and then we got our first long form interview a few days ago.
Yeah, like less than a week ago.
Less than a week ago. On Monday, I went to South Bank and interviewed Greg Page, the original Yellow Wiggle.
Amazing. Just for funsies?
I was just a flustered mess. Just to promote his stint up here in Annie, which I'm actually really excited to see him in Annie.
Yeah.
It was actually one of the things when they announced it, I was like, I would see that for Greg Page.
Truly.
Like,
amazing.
How
How
awesome.
awesome. How awful would it be if we missed Greg Page and
Well, my thought process there was like, how awful if he had been recast. But no, not necessarily. It might have been a very good performer filling in to be the Brisbane.
It might have been Murray.
And we do get a lot of recasts by the time we get to Brisbane because we're often late on the tour.
We are.
But when I got that email, I was like, oh my God, Greg Page is coming. He's going to be our FDR as well. And so, unfortunately, KB was working.
I know.
And so I didn't have my KB safety blanket. But I went and did the interview with Greg.
Which is really exciting because spotlights with performers is something that we have been putting together and wanting to do for the longest time, as long as we have been talking about this podcast. So to have it as...
We've been planning for such a long time.
What will be our second episode to have the original Yellow Wiggle, Greg Page.
The voice that raised us all.
The voice that raised us all as our second episode is kind of crazy. And we had, I mean, our voice memos could be a podcast in itself, but we have...
I still think that we'll do an episode one day, which is just our voice notes back and forth. Like, we're just going to have a day where it's just going to be too busy and we're just going to voice note each other and then we're going to record it all into an episode and you're all going to be able to hear how chaotic our days are in the car.
In the car. But that is like something... While we've been talking about this podcast back and forth, to be able to go to somebody who we admire, who has pivoted quite a lot in his own career, be like, this is what we're thinking our idea for a podcast is, and him being on board with it and excited by it. It does feel like we're kind of heading in the right direction, which is kind of weird because we have been talking about it for a while.
When we've recorded our first episode a bunch of times.
Yeah.
We're really excited about what we're going to do and who we're going to have on, and the list of people that we have is awesome.
It's going to be great. And like, that is the thing, is that this podcast is for you, the listeners, for those of you in the industry that are like, or wanting to get into the industry, that have questions or queries or concerns around anything. We want to talk about the mental health space in this industry. We want to talk about how to be a performer when you are in probably the more like neurodivergent, chronic illness realm.
we can bring our real life experiences of that.
Yeah, if you have any questions that you would like us to bring to the table, please let us know, because we want to be creating something that you want to listen to and you get something out of.
Yeah.
And you can do that through many different avenues.
We are setting up all of the things.
We have all of the things. We have an Instagram, we have a TikTok, both you can find at the handle takenotes.pod. We have an email address,
Erase it, start again.
Let's put it back in the mouth and start again. hello@takenotespod.com. You can reach out to us in person if you know us directly. That is so fine.
Yep.
But I guess for the biggest way you can support the podcast,
The biggest, I guess, resource that we're building.
Yeah. Is going to be through the Patreon.
Yes.
So you will get early access to the Greg Page interview before it is released next month, and lots of other resources that will become available throughout our time talking to different people.
Access to, we really love merch and we'd love an excuse to make some merch. So you'd get like early access to that. Any discount codes that we get would be just straight to our Patreon peeps.
Yeah, we really want to create PDFs. If we do talk to people like accountants and be like, here are the top tax tips that you need to remember come tax time, because I know I always forget and I'm constantly asking the same questions every year.
Over and over. That will then go into the Patreon. Yeah.
It will all go into the Patreon. So all of the links are in the show notes. So have a look and see which avenue. Give us a follow, give us a like, whatever. Give us a comment. Up to you. Ignore us completely. We don't mind.
We don't care. We're going to still sit here and chat because that's what we do even if we weren't doing a podcast.
Yeah, I think it's going to be super fun. And it is, at the end of the day, these are just our opinions, and it's not necessarily the only way or the right way to do something. It's just how we have navigated our careers to date and what we've kind of been noticing popping up in the industry of late.
And honestly, the podcast itself, it's just the way that we feel comfy in gaining this access for you.
Yeah Great. Well, I don't know if there's anything else to say for episode 1.
Where's your handle if they want to go and follow you?
Oh, personally, me.
You. What if they want to follow you and what you're doing and come to your shows?
You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Kristen with an EN .Barros. I know, wild. Who would have thought that KB actually stood for something? And if they would like to see all of your amazing media call photography and all your show photography too, where can they go?
I think my handle is at bybrit, BYBRIT.creative.
It is. That is your handle.
Yes! Score to me. I'm terrible at the social medias. I'm not good.
She's fine. It's all workable. It's
just TikTok, okay.
Maybe not.
The TikTok will be KV's domain. If you reach out on TikTok, it will be KV. That replies to you. No. It's a no.
I was like that for so long. Do you know? They
didn't make it for millennials.
They didn't make it for millennials.
I miss Vine so much.
And on that note, now that you know how old we are, I did say my birth year halfway through the episode. We will. We'll talk to you very soon.
Yeah. So next episode is interview with Greg Page.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one after that, we'll let you know.
Yeah, you got to stay tuned, team.
Yeah.
We're not going to give you all of it in one go.
No way.
It's like we would have planned ahead or something.
We definitely know what's coming in episode 3.
We do actually know what's coming in episode 3.
No, it's fine. It's coming. So yay. I'm so glad you're listening to us. I'm so glad that we're here. We have been promising this for a long time.
Sorry,
we're very busy people.
We teased it thinking that we had episode 1 ready to go, but then
we had some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
As you can see, we are little mic'd.
They're so cute.
They're so cute.
But we're gonna we need to end. It's time
to end.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, friends.